Organic. No, I said organic. Honestly, wash your mouth out with soap and water. I don't really know what this means. There was a very brief period when I said to my wife, should we buy organic vegetables and fruit? We looked at the price and we decided no, we'd rather maybe die early than pay that much money. But what are we actually talking about here? Is it just a myth? Is it a passing fashion and fad? Mischa Popoff has written a great deal about this, author of Is It Organic? And there's a new article, also which he's published. Now, I can't imagine he's the most popular guy in all circles. He joins us now by Skype from St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome to you, sir.
Hello, Michael.
So what does it mean, organic?
Well, what it should mean is that the food was produced in a more natural way. And just to answer your question that you asked in the introduction, yes, it should make a difference. It should make a huge difference, and it should be worth roughly double because the food will be, purer. There won't be pesticides used. And more importantly, Michael, it will be more nutritious because natural compost was used. Unfortunately, the way the system works, it's basically a bureaucratic free-for-all. So I really advise people not to buy anything organic in a grocery store. You're just getting ripped off.
So if it says, and which it does, organic in a grocery store, you're saying forget it, it's more expensive, buy the cheaper stuff, there's no difference?
Exactly. There have been 3 recent studies. Stanford University, Stanford is no friend to big corporate ag companies like Monsanto and such, and also the Society of Pediatrics, and last but not least from your homeland, the Center for Disease and Tropical Disease Control in England did a study, and these are all within the last 2 or 3 years. And Michael, yes, there's basically no difference. There should be a huge difference for the price we pay, and indeed, if you seek out and find a good, honest, organic farmer, you'll probably get that difference yourself, but you can't rely on the system to bring it to you. It's just a bunch of paperwork.
What about those stores that are always called things like Floating Buddha and stuff like that claim to be organic stores, the small ones? Are they the real thing?
No, I like that. Floating Buddha. I haven't heard that one where I live, out west of you. That must be an Eastern phenomenon. But yes, the name always sounds so good and wholesome. And really, it's true. As I said, there's nothing more wholesome than dirt and natural compost. But here's how they certify it. They get the farmer to fill out paperwork wherein the farmer swears up and down, left and right, that, yes, I used natural compost. I didn't avail myself of this new technology called synthetic ammonium nitrate, which doubles or triples your yield. No, I didn't do that. I did all the hard work of composting and applying it to my fields. And literally, they just swear on paper. There's a lot of paper, but it doesn't matter how much paperwork there is, Michael, does it? I mean, Bernie Madoff proved that. Paperwork and regulation doesn't do anything unless you do an actual test, and there's no testing in the organic industry.
We had Bernie Madoff no, we didn't have Bernie Madoff as a guest on the show. Wishful thinking. It was another crook we had on the show, but not mention his name. This is quite shocking, though, because there's a whole trade now, and very well-meaning people, by the way, really decent people who think that they're feeding their family, in particular their children, with more healthy food. They pay a lot of money. It's often delivered to the door, 2 apples, an orange, and they're paying so much. And you really could put your hand on heart and say, as an expert, you're wasting your time and money. The only way to do this is to go directly to the farmer, find the organic farmer, go directly to that person and buy straight from him.
Right. You have to be your own eyes and ears. You can't rely on the federal regulatory system to oversee the system here, the organic system. It's a complete bureaucratic free-for-all. And just to make sure we're on the same page, as you mentioned, these people are well-meaning. Well, the organic farmers are well-meaning. Unfortunately, Michael, Canadian organic farmers are lucky if they fill 20% of the $2 billion a year market in Canada for organic food. The other 80% comes from China, Mexico, and Brazil. And our Canadian Food Inspection Agency in Ottawa certifies that food before it even leaves the country and is shipped to Canada. So, yeah, don't feel guilty. Pick up the regular carrots and the regular apples, because you're probably not even helping a Canadian apple grower or carrot grower.
China and Mexico in particular, and China especially, there are so few controls. Most laws of employment and economy are broken. And these are certified organic by Canadian authorities before they even leave China. That is disgraceful.
Yes. The way it works, Michael, is a private, for-profit certifying body, which has been accredited by the CFIA. It sets up shop over in China, and they hire Chinese inspectors because under Chinese law, you have to be a member of the Communist Party of China in order to go visit and inspect Chinese farms.
Yeah.
They literally hire Chinese people to inspect themselves, and they fill out all the paperwork, pay all the fees, and as I say, the CFIA's stamp of approval is applied to the product before it even leaves the field in China. It's then subject to whatever phytosanitary laws there are on international trade after that. But as for the organic integrity of that product, Michael, it's all on paper, and we're literally relying on the Chinese people to watch over themselves.
I have to ask, with your book and your articles, are you ever sued?
No, not yet, thankfully. And more to the point, you know, I have a standing offer to debate anyone in the organic industry about this anywhere, anytime. And so to answer your question, I think they realize that if being sued would be tantamount to having a debate, wouldn't it? I mean, to drag this out through the courts, yeah. I'd be all too happy, and I think they're just not willing to go there.
Okay. Well, I'm off to have a lovely, lovely, very green apple covered in all sorts of chemicals, but it tastes great. Thank you, my friend. That was terrific.
Anytime, Michael. Have a great day.